Hey, it's us again. Me, JT, and
Michael B.
Michael B.
I remember.
Yeah, you remember? It is Sunday.
It is Sunday.
Yes. And so we're here with another quickie episode on the Shears.
Is that what we call it? Quickie episode on the Shears?
The Shears, number 5.
I believe so.
Number 5, Cinco de Mayo.
And that's interesting. Cinco.
Hey,
Episode 5 on the 5th of the 5th. Cinco.
Very good, Michael.
I learned.
And so here's our recap on this week's show. It was a good show. It was a good show. Let's first the brother and sister,
J. Drew and
Kiera, take a trip to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking like that? They didn't?
Well, you said first. Like that was. I thought you were saying like that's what happened at the beginning of the episode.
What happened at the very beginning? Then? It seemed like
that
most
was like
of it was
the end.
Nah, most of the time they was in New York. Her singing and him in the doing their little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. What was you about to say? What was the beginning? The credit. Tell me what happened during the credits. That's what he sounded like. He didn't want to get that out the way.
I really don't remember what happened before then. So let's go to New York.
Okay. So them two took a trip to New York. I think before New York, I think she was talking to her manager,
Holly,
Holly, and she told her she booked an interview on 97 in New York. What is it? FM
Hot 97.
Hot 97, yeah, in New York.
I feel like any station that you can actually hear is FM. If it has static, it's AM.
Okay,
that's how I determine.
All right,
That's my Jesus meter.
Okay. But anyway, she told hooking her up with a interview. What's the girl's name? The girl on the DJ.
K Fox.
Is that her name?
Yes.
Okay, K Fox, the one that looked like Serena.
You don't believe me?
It just I don't remember KR Fox. I don't.
Yeah, she does look like one of the Williams sisters.
Yeah, yes, very much so. And so now they're in New York. They're at the radio store
Station.
Yes, I didn't want to say store. The radio store. And J. Drew went along with her.
Uh-huh.
And so she told her I'm a Christian artist and he was somewhat in the background.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, so if you wanted somebody to hear on the radio, what would be the song, your favorite song to play, or what would you want them to hear?
And I think what she's like trying to ask them is, okay, you know what kind of radio station we are. Mm-hmm. We know what kind of artist you are. So if there was a song that you think would transcend gospel music,
crossover,
and be able to reach a broader audience, what song would that be?
And what did you think of the song? They played it.
The name of it was Lane, I believe.
Really?
Did you watch it?
I mean,
yes, I believe it was Lane. After, I think I'm biased.
Okay.
Because after hearing, that Rodney Jerkins beat, then almost everything they played that J. Drew produced sounds like it was on a little Casio,
1984 club.
Yeah. But it still sounded good, aside from the fact that it seemed like overuse of auto tune.
Like she said, K Fox. She said it sounded like it was like it was outdated. It sounded like something that I think probably like 2003.
Back when like T-Pain was like really doing all that auto tune, then everybody started doing it.
Yeah.
That would have been a good time for that song to kind of hit the
airwaves. About 7-8 years too late.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. And so, but you know,
that probably was the reason, because of it has so much auto tune, and auto tune is really kind of out of style right now.
Yeah, I mean, but you still got some artists that do it, but I mean,
that was over. That was like.
Like
the lead singer and the background singer auto tune.
The drummer, y'all doing all that little, yeah.
Shoot, you got auto tune cymbals. You know, it was
doing, yeah,
it was extra. So I understood what she was saying.
It sounded outdated,
yeah.
And so, and then on Kiera's side, she was like, it just confirmed what
everybody
been saying. You know, it's kind of outdated. They want you on somebody that's fresh.
Something that's hot.
Hot is the word.
Jay Drew, when they were having that little conversation about the interview, he didn't really. I think he responded kind of like I would. Forget her. She don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And then who is she anyway? He had that type of attitude. But you gotta kind of take a step back and take it as constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Okay, if you feel like this is outdated, what else do we have? In the bag. He thought she should have been looking at it like, okay, this is the type of music that they want to do, not like this is the one song that they can do that's going to transcend. He felt like she was trying to look at it like that, but I don't think that's what she was saying. I mean, even if this is the type of music, that it sounded a little, Atari-ish.
She was just, that's what they say. I don't hear a hit. And so it was.
But he didn't think like you didn't hear the whole song. You got to wait till you get to the bridge, because when the bridge kick in, that's when I really go ham. That was his argument. He didn't say that, but that's kind of how he felt. Like she didn't even hear it long enough to be trying to tell me my song is crap.
That's she sugarcoated it. That's basically what she's saying.
Yeah, what we saw was in a nice way. Maybe once the camera, they edited that part out. This is SHIT. Don't ever bring it. She probably would have went on and broken it
and just take that
and then threw it.
But it was a nice beat, but it was just seemed old. And so
it didn't seem like new or fresh.
And just like you said,
do they say fresh anymore? Fresh? Do people say that?
As fresh as new.
They say new.
No, they say
they say the word fresh as in new.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't say fresh like that's hot, that's tight. Do people say tight anymore?
You got some like 80s and 90s enthusiasts. They keep
new
going.
New kids.
Yeah.
New kids don't say that.
I mean, new kids. I'm just saying. They might go back and how back in like our time, 90s, 2000s.
Don't take me back with you.
You right there. You're right there.
To my hard time.
Hard time.
That's your time.
Growing up, when we went to school, it was you might say it fresh, but you might have kids growing up now, but they like that time, and so they'll say it.
Yeah, keeping it alive. Along with hope. But anyway,
damn with dope.
Go ahead.
What did they do next?
It was the other thing that was happening was Jay Drew was trying to.
He had his own little
meeting up with the guys from
Live music.
They were calling it
Live Music Group. Is it Live?
Yeah.
Live Music Group. I guess a management team. The manager came down, or a CEO, I guess, came down to New York.
They live in Michigan. He came down. Remember, he came.
Okay, yes. I guess this is his before they left. We getting it together. We back.
This is also pre-credits.
Yeah,
JT called
pre-credits. The CEO came and talked to Jay Drew, about signing them and everything, and he said, "Well, are you sure you want to do this? I know your family," and he had some concerns after talking to his mother. She let's get to that, because she gave a nice little episode.
When they met up at the restaurant before the trip.
Yes. The concerns on Jay Drew's mind was because of the dinner before, and I think they was at a restaurant, and he was telling her that he wanted to span out, and he got, I guess he wanted to sign with the music group and whatnot. He was telling his mother, and she was she had her concerns. She was like, are you gonna take your shirt off? He was like, nah, if I don't want to, or are you just gonna tear it off? I'm like, wait, yeah.
Are you gonna tear it away?
I mean, she getting dirty with it.
But it reminded me that she has a sense of humor about it. But also that is probably one of her concerns, because it's not a good look towards their family.
But you know, she a mother, and that's her baby boy.
That's her baby. She don't
And,
want to see
you know,
her baby
she want, you know-
on the billboard with his shirt off, trying to rub it all over your body. No. She don't want to see that. She got emotional.
She went in. You know, you always been a good boy. You know,
you ain't never really had to pick you up for jail.
He's like,
except for that one time.
Oh yeah,
that was for tickets. Yeah,
you didn't do hard time.
That wasn't really nothing. You know, we all got tickets.
And she really went in and she's hurting right now. I guess
that's understandable.
You know, she's been in the business, so I'm pretty sure she knows, you know, the temptations that are out there.
And like listening to her speak, and when she's talking to him, I feel like she's seen this before. She's seen maybe artists that used to sing with her,
Or,
you know, in the same realm with her that try to go secular. And that's why, like, her main message is like, the bigger you are, you know, if he can bring you up, but he can also, you know, tear you down. It just, you got to be careful. Yeah. That was really her message. Be careful. It might look good.
She's seen, you know, she was giving that good motherly advice. She's been there. You know what? They've been
in
for over 40 years,
for a long time.
And so, you know, she knows what's happening. And so, I
you know what? Like, now that I say that, I wonder like how she feels. I feel like Kiara wants to branch out, but it's like a different branch out. She just wants to reach a broader audience. She don't want to just like Jay Drew he doesn't really want anything to do with
the club.
Yeah, with the church scene. Period. He wants to do R&B or secular music, and I feel like maybe that's why she's not as concerned about Kiara and her wanting to, like, she's singing in the clubs. You know, her mom, but her mom's not really concerned about that because her message hasn't changed.
She's comfortable with that because she know her daughter. You know, she wants her music.
I feel like she think her daughter
Christian
got more
music.
sense with her son.
Of course, that I mean, but
of course,
you know, just how they talk. You know, but he's telling her what, you know, he's about to get into and what music he's about to do, and you know, she knows that type of scene. And so, you know, some people make it, some people get swallowed by it.
So now he meet up with the CEO, and then the CEO's like, "Hey, why don't you come to New York? We set it up and talk to some of the some other artists and just kind of ask whatever questions you need to and get a feel for how we do things, because we're going to be behind you, but don't take my word for it. Just kind of talk to other people," which I think that's good, because you want to hear from the artists and not just the management team, because management team can tell you one thing, but then the artist, like, you know, I get a check, you know, every 6 months and it might be $300, then that's a problem. But you still out here busting your tail, then, you know, you have to maybe rethink things.
I hope he had a lawyer.
Jay Drew?
Yeah.
It didn't.
Contract. He had a,
you know,
I don't know. Pen, boy.
I feel like he
I'm ready to sign.
But I'm sure his parents probably had something, you know, somebody look over the contract and make sure, you know, he wasn't signing his life away.
Yeah, let's hope.
But on the flip side, Jay Drew seemed like he was just excited and he wanted to do something, and he wanted to make that step to get away, like the first step of getting away. Like he said, I mean, he said he moved out. He already had a child. But he keeps getting drawn back. And he's like, it's almost like he wants to sever his ties with that whole the church
community, and
that just that kind of bothers me. But we ain't talking about that. So
I mean, he want to go in.
No, go ahead. I'm following your lead, brother.
My lead might be shaky. I done stopped and got a donut. I'm lost. Well, we talked about him. Him and seeing his team.
Right.
And he signed on the dotted line, and they're happy. He's happy. And now he's going to talk to his sister about it.
He went to talk to his sister, yeah.
I guess they was at like a shopping. She was shopping somewhere. And he told her, she's like, so what kind of music you going to be doing? He was like, anything but Jesus.
Anything but.
Anything but Jesus.
And he said it like he was happy about it. And it's just, I don't know. I just have my concerns about that because I can understand him wanting to branch out and do his own thing, but it's almost like he's bitter, he's angry at the church. So it's not just being rebellious against your parents or against your family. Now you have an issue with God, and that concerns me. I'm gonna pray for J. Drew. But the other thing that was brought up when he was talking to his sister, she's like, she's like, when you say mainstream, like just kind of reel that back in a little bit because of the way that, I mean, the term is so broad and the way people interpret it. It just seems like we're gonna be doing everything, like, rap and all this other stuff. And she's like, I don't want my message to change, so we need to kind of talk about what you think mainstream is. And he was like, your message don't have to change. Then,
what we do together is what we do,
right?
But as him as his solo stuff, popping bottles.
But I'm glad she spoke up because the vibe I was getting is if he might try to influence not really.
I wouldn't even.
But he does now. You have to admit he does have some influence over her.
Yeah, but I don't think he would compromise her. Her music for.
But just looking at this episode though, J. Drew it's like anything she wanted to do that was like out there, he was trying to encourage, as if he's trying to kind of push her.
But I don't think he. I think he knows what her purpose is. I don't think I didn't get that vibe. I think he he knows what.
Not saying that it's true, but that's just kind of what I was picking up on.
Because she when they was in the club. Can we go there?
Well, we can go there. We can
he signed his contract and now he's having a party. Is this the party?
No,
they was just in the club.
This was another event that Holly, her manager, hooked up for her to go and sing.
When she was singing.
Yeah, sing at a SOB, a spot in New York. And Kiera didn't really feel comfortable. Once again, just like the last time, I felt like she was singing that it was like a poetry thing, but people was cussing and doing whatever. This was similar, but further out there, because it's like a club scene where you hearing club music and you doing club things like drinking and grind. Everybody's doing whatever, and now you got artists performing, and eventually she's going to be called up there to give us her gospel rendition of. We'll give us her music, and it's like, how do you transition
into that
popping bottles and dropping it like it's hot to indescribable, or you are just talking about God. Period. How do you do that when
she did
people? She did it, and it sounded good. She sounded damn good. But I don't know. I felt like she did a good job. But I think doing something like that is very hard, especially when you in a spot where people are known to not care. And not to and say whatever they like. She said she was getting uncomfortable. She's like, how about we? It was almost like she was saying, how about we not do this and say we did? How about we take a rain check and then because she didn't feel comfortable. But she stayed. She stuck it out. She put her chest out there. She sung her song. She did an amazing job. But I would have felt the same way she did. Because it was like nothing really positive going on around her. Now maybe if she had like some of her church members or somebody, even Shan, with her, that kind of helped like be her support system. I feel like she didn't have nobody because her brother was just like whatever.
He's like if you don't.
He's trying to enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the scene,
and I can see that. And, he's like, if you don't want to, if you do, or if you I'm with. I think he's on the tip. I'm with you with.
Whatever you decide,
I'm with you.
Right.
Because when she was singing, I signed a contract. He wanted to play some more after she was done. Yeah. He had a nice little smile on his face.
I guess he didn't realize she was done singing. He better get to his solo. Wait a minute, we happy today. Come on now. Encore round 2. One of those moments.
He was ready, and so he was supportive. To a point. Yeah. He wasn't telling her, come on, we got to do it. But he's like, if you're not comfortable, if you don't want to do it, hey, I'm with you.
But I think she felt that he wanted her to do this because it is her branching out, and like even after she finished singing, people were coming up to her like, "You had
Yeah.
us. We had our
It
hands
was
up in the club.
inspiration.
We had our hands up
Yeah.
in the club." And you don't see that often. You know, somebody just getting emotional and allowing the Lord
Somebody
in the
got a
club.
drink.
You know, they probably even pulled out a little liquor.
I don't know.
You know, they don't do that.
I never poured out a little liquor for Jesus.
Hey,
That never.
that never crossed your mind. Yeah, because you're selfish and you want to drink it all for yourself. Also, don't forget. Remember, she went and visited. What's her name? Jamie Brown. I forgot the lady's name.
Oh, the editor for
Sister to
Sister.
Sister. Yes.
Was that her name, Jamie?
I don't want to lie on that. I
It
feel like it started with
a
J. Yes.
Yeah,
Mama,
Miss J.
Let's call her Mama J.
Mama J. And, you know, she came up and, you know, she seems like a fun person.
She does. But
You
when
know.
after you told me like that you made that boomerang reference, all I kept seeing as she was talking was Eartha Kitt.
Oh, Lady Eloise.
She looked
Yeah.
just like Earth. Well, she didn't really look like her, but she favored her. And I was just waiting the whole time she's talking to Kiera. I'm waiting on her to purr. You know, I'm just waiting on. It wouldn't have been
That would have
appropriate.
been awkward. I think I would get up. I mean,
You know, we're gonna have to cut this show.
yeah.
Play my CD. You want to hear my
Get the
message,
answers
you know?
from there. But yeah, you know, she asked some nice questions. You know, she went personal on her.
She did, you know, and most people, you know, most interviewers they want the dirt. They want they want to get personal. Kiera, and I felt like her answers were very good. I felt like they were interesting. I'm sure that our little article, if it hasn't come out, is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
I feel like she didn't want to answer that when she asked her, "Have you been married?" Or like, "Are you ready for marriage?" She said no.
No.
She's like, "Have you ever been?" or
married.
something like that. And I felt like Kiera wanted to choose her words wisely as to not say anything bad about the guy she was engaged to. Like, I felt like it was that kind of moment, as if like
he
was a mama's boy and he didn't want to get out the house. He didn't, you know. But then it turned out not to be that way,
Yeah.
and I feel like she gave a good answer.
So
She said she wasn't ready to be separated from her parents because, you know, you got to cleave to your mate. You know, if you're gonna go do this marriage thing.
Yeah, you can't be in the mama's and daddy's basement. So
Well, you can and save a little money and then move out.
no, I'm talking about when she get married. You know?
No, I'm saying it's your
Oh,
first 2 years you can stay with your parents while you're married. You with your husband.
That sounds like some good times type of deal. But I mean, if it's good for you,
I mean, if it works, no,
struggling
you
and surviving. That's what that is. That's what that's.
You might want to rethink marriage. If
You
your
start
plan,
off, and mama's
your plans is to stay 2 years with your parents.
But you know, hey, to each his own.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, you can't stop love.
Yes, you can't stop.
That's my
love.
message.
You done had about a couple of messages.
Uh-oh.
That's my message. You might as well say I'm about to close.
In my closing,
You keep on.
and in my closing,
In my message.
I really like Kiera. You know, I'm fond of her. I feel like she's just so like lovable. I like her. She's
You want to be her friend?
I do want to be her friend. She ain't gonna be my friend, but I would like to be her friend.
I can believe that.
She seems like she's cool peeps.
Oh, okay.
I get that vibe now. I didn't really know because I didn't know her at first, but I just feel like she'd be a good person to hang around, have some fun.
Oh,
She always go, "Come on, Jay." I like their like relationship too.
Mm-hmm.
Brothers and sisters, I feel like they have a good, healthy relationship, and he feels like he can talk to her about whatever,
Yeah.
and she listens, and then she can talk to him. But every now and then, she don't mind, and he don't mind, you know, reeling her in.
Yeah.
Like when she was trying to pick out outfits for New York, he's like, "No,
Nah, you all right.
don't do that one."
This look churchy. Yeah, that does look
yes,
a lot like the pastor wife anniversary.
yes, one of them, like your good church,
Yeah, the good one.
not just every Sunday, but
Nah.
like your special occasion Sunday. And then, you know, she reels him in. So I like that. That's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. Brotherly and sisterly love.
That's all I got, man.
I think that's all there is.
No, it ain't. Because we forgot to talk about when J. Drew came back.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like that. Okay, they stole the kind of beginning.
Yeah, that was the beginning of.
Yeah, and then when they was at on the couch.
On the couch, because what happened was, now that he signed the record or the deal. I don't. Is it a record deal?
No, it was a management deal.
He has management.
I think they was gonna get a contract, try to get a record contract.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking the music group. So I'm pretty sure that's management.
And evidently he gonna be singing. Sound like he gonna be singing.
Yeah, they played his music, and so.
And it didn't sound half bad. His stuff didn't sound
I'm like,
half
okay,
bad.
I didn't know he was
I felt like I still heard a little auto tune a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's stuck on that auto tune.
Maybe that's his. Maybe if he get away from that, that'll change the game.
Maybe that'll be much better. I could see that because auto tune is somewhat out. Show your talent. Special artists use it every now and then.
Like when Kiara was singing, she sung acapella. Well, not really acapella because she had her brother there playing the keyboard. But we heard her. We heard her voice,
which was good.
It was very good. But now that he signed he has his management representatives now. They was gonna throw a little party, a little shindig to celebrate. And then Kiara came across the flyer for the celebration. Being messy. And they had an issue with the fact that the flyer had a bottle of champagne on it. And it's not a good look for their family. Or it's not a good look, period. And
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, y'all fussing about this. He said, you thought two like, women.
Yeah, that's what I thought was on there. Or some cuss words, we're gonna have. Damn, the way they were, acting as if it was something bad. I didn't. When they said a bottle of just champagne, I'm like,
it was a celebration.
That's
what you would think.
Like when you think of celebrations, that's what you think of
champagne, not Wild Goose.
And he said, usually they got some pictures of some butt naked girls because that's how people promote and that's how you draw people. And the mama wasn't trying to hear that. Kiara was like, "This is just." She's like, "I appreciate and I understand where you're trying to go, what you're trying to do, but
you went too far.
This is a little bit too far." The mama saying this is a little bit too far.
He was coming at them like, hey, I don't have no control over, if they want to do this, and the mama, she was like, you the artist,
so you can talk to them. You
tell them this is this is what I want. I don't want this, but I don't think she understands. Right? She understands, but I don't think she understands what he want to do. I think she understands the business and what he's getting into, but she don't really know how far he want to go.
Right, I feel like he don't mind that. He don't mind going a little bit further because he wants to totally separate himself from almost like the I want to say the family, but I want to say the family because his family is like the church.
Yeah. So
he wants to separate himself from all of that.
Yeah.
And even if it means having flyers with some butt naked girls on it, then he's okay with it because. This is just it's different. It's a different world. He's like the world. There's so much more to the world than just the church.
It's glitter to him.
And he said it like the way he said it was kind of disrespectful, especially when you're talking to your mom and how much this means to your mom, how good God has been to your family, and then to just kind of push him by the wayside.
Just shun it.
Yeah, and that I don't know.
But I can see. I think he sees their family in the church. I think he sees the church as a family business, and just like a son, that the dad might have a tire business, and his dad had a tire business. I think he's seeing it from that point of view. He like, your father did construction. I don't want to do construction. That just I don't like being outside. I don't think he's going in the spiritual sense, but I think as far as the physical, this is just not what I want. Because everybody in my family, I know that this is something that I just don't want to do. I don't want to produce gospel music. He loves God, but this ain't what I want to do. I don't want to preach. That's the very last thing that I want to do. And so I think he sees the church as instead of the church, spiritually, I think he sees it as business because that's the only thing he's seen a lot. His parents, his daddy is a bishop and trying to do more bishoping. He's trying to get in the higher ranks. He's trying to get deeper into it. And he's always seen his mama do stuff ever since he was born. So that's all he's been around is just straight business. And their business is church. You know what I'm saying? And so this is not the occupation.
That's a different way to look at it.
Yeah, this is not the occupation that I want. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pressure me to do this, but you know, he trying to, hey, let me
fly.
Let me fly. Let me try something else than what y'all want me to do. Mm-hmm. Your mother coming in and your daddy was a carpenter. You know, I did a little carpentering when I was younger. Why not? You know, you got the same hands as your father. You know, you just like you. I think he sees it as that the family business.
I can see that. You know, that makes sense.
And of course, you know, you gonna rebel and you gonna get mad. You know, might say some outlandish stuff and look like he's back.
It seemed like mama, it looked like she was gonna lay some hands on him. I don't know who she was letting direct them hands, but they was on their way. Yeah, so you gonna take that back? You know, he's like, I'm not. He's not about the church, and she's like, you gonna take that back because he was saying it in the midst of an argument or anger. So I think the way he said it is it just wasn't right. But that's the family, you know, right things aren't always said, especially when emotions get into it. Mm-hmm. But hopefully, I guess it looks like more turmoil next week. So I can't say hopefully because they haven't gave us no hope. Not yet. Not off the previews from this last episode. So. Oh, and when they was in New York and Jay Drew saw that old girl, he was starstruck.
She was a musician, and that's all he needed to hear. And then when she said she could speak language, I would have had the ring posted next to me too. I'm okay. This is too much.
He almost proposed to her that night.
But but you see, your boy, his CEO came with her and sat her down next to him.
But see, that just don't that seem like just temptation?
That's what I'm saying. He came with the temptation. Yes. The old CEO sat her next to him. He likes musicianship. Perfect girl for this dude. He probably told him I like
she got beautiful
accents.
skin, she got nice hair,
and she played the bass, and that's all he needed. He said, "What?
You don't even have to cook." He was sold.
He was sold after that. And you know when Kiera wanted to leave, she's like, obviously he doesn't want to celebrate with me. You know, he's going on.
He wasn't messed up about her leaving. He was like, she said, I'm gone.
Yeah, he's like, and the dude got up. He's like, oh, look, let me help you out.
Yeah, he was gonna take her to the bar.
He left Jay Drew with old girl. I'm like, oh,
yeah, left them together.
It's sometimes your eyes.
She's pretty though.
Got to be water. Oh, I would have had to pray for strength. I would have. I would. You know, that's something that you just have to leave the situation.
Oh yeah. Because if you stay there. It can't go nowhere good. Well, it can't go nowhere good in the spiritual sense.
Yeah, that's when you just got to walk away because
Thus thou tempt me, Satan? It was one of them moments.
Yeah, she was right there, boy. But anyway, it was a good episode. You know, lessons learned every episode seems like. You know, you got to watch out for who you dealing with. So hopefully, somebody in the camp, know Jesus or know God, something. I guess
he know Jesus. He just but, his vision just a little cloudy right now.
He looking weak. He looking weak. Mm-hmm. He looking weak. So until next time, you got anything?
Peace.